The Yankees are looking to go big into the reliever market. They are looking at a few guys, and I'm here to rank them. What's going on, guys? It's the King of 161st Gen. I'm back with another video, and the Yankees seem to be tapped in on 3 relievers that they are looking to sign. Those relievers being Josh Hader, Hector Neris, and Wandy Peralta. All these guys are very quality relievers. But if we look at the handy-dandy stats, you will see that there is a clear hierarchy between them. Josh Hader is the best player out of all these guys. His issue is he is asking for 9 figures. I went over that in a previous video. His price tag seems to be ridiculously high for the Yankees' sake. Hector Neris looks like his price tag is way below that. And if you look at the stats between him and Hader, they are not that dissimilar. Actually, Neris has a higher WAR. If you value WAR, Neris might be your guy. And Wandy Peralta kind of lags behind the pack, but Wandy Peralta does know the clubhouse. He is a good leader in that clubhouse. He could be a guy that is also very cheap. So getting Hector Neris and Wandy Peralta could probably cost you half of what Hader is asking for. So this begs the question, what do you do as the Yankees? Because this is a do or die season. Only 1 year of Juan Soto, 1 year left on Gleyber Torres. This is a very important year in terms of what we are going to do, because there's no guarantee we re-sign Juan Soto if we don't win a World Series. So you have to think to yourself, what is the most potent path? Is it to go get the most dominant guy here, or is it to get depth? Because one thing we all know, Clay Holmes is not the guy for the job. He has had moments, he has had flashes of looking like a real closer. When he first got here, he looked like he was dominant. He has too many stretches, giving up 3 runs, giving up 4 runs, where you just can't afford that on a World Series team, especially going into the postseason. You cannot afford a guy who is that inconsistent. You look at a guy like Josh Hader. Josh Hader is the pinnacle of consistency. This man has been doing this over half a century, close to half a decade, close to a full decade. He's been doing this. You have Hector Neris. We know him super well. He has been dominating us with Houston. He doesn't seem to be slowing down. You have Wandy Peralta, who at times has been better than Clay Holmes and probably should be getting those high leverage spots. Clay Holmes is definitely a good reliever. For the Yankees to win and go far in the postseason, he is not the answer. Looking at this pool of players, obviously, because of the hierarchy there, you'd say, well, it's obviously Josh Hader. Josh Hader's the obvious guy that you'd say. We had Mariano Rivera back when we won 6, and now we need another dominant closer. Do the Yankees really want to give a guy like Josh Hader 9 figures? You're giving a guy 9 figures for 60 innings a year. That is not a recipe for a team to succeed long term. Now, if we were to go in on a short-term deal with him, let's say a 3-year deal under that same sort of AAV, I guess, but again, you're just shelling this guy money. The Yankees still have to afford Juan Soto, like I said earlier. They still have to try and afford Gleyber Torres if we're not going to make a move for Luis Arraez. These are all moves they have to think about. You still have to pay Giancarlo Stanton, and if he doesn't take a leap, that's almost dead money. These are situations that you have to go through, and paying a guy like Josh Hader that much money hinders what the Yankees can do moving forward. That would probably mean no Juan Soto after this year. We would need to win it this year. If we didn't want to put that much pressure on this team, I truly think a tandem of Neris and Wandy could do damage. You look at these stats, they jump off the page when it comes to Hector Neris. He has the best walk percentage out of both these guys. He has the best WAR out of all these guys. This is a guy who knows how to pitch in big situations. This guy has won World Series. This guy has been a major part of the dominance that the Astros have had. This is a guy that can definitely be beneficial in pinstripes. And like I said earlier about Wandy, combining that with the leadership, the continuity you would retain by keeping Wandy Peralta, because the Yankees know how to develop relievers. If you know how to develop relievers, but these guys don't know how to gel, and these guys aren't great in the locker room, things could just fall apart quickly. That's where Wandy Peralta steps in, because he's been there. He knows this locker room. He knows how to connect with these relievers. The tandem that we should be going with is Hector Neris and Wandy Peralta. I don't know specifics on what these guys would get, but if we're looking at it logistically, they will probably get combined half of what Josh Hader is asking for. And although Josh Hader is probably one of the better closers of this generation, we're not in a position to be shelling money at relievers. Relievers are not supposed to cost triple digits in the millions. They are just not. Like, you're getting into the territories of like Mookie Betts. I don't think a closer is that valuable. A closer is very valuable. I don't think they are triple digit valuable. And if the Yankees did go that route, I probably wouldn't be that mad at him, because again, he is the best option. We did see those stats. There is a hierarchy there. Josh Hader is clearly the better player. I think the combination of Hector Neris having World Series experience, along with him having a higher WAR, a lower walk rate, he could be a suitable partnership if you added him with Wandy Peralta and put him in that bullpen with Hector Neris closing, Clay Holmes setting up, Wandy being the seventh inning guy, Ron Marinaccio being a long distance guy. This bullpen is set up to succeed at that point. You would have major amounts of depth with guys coming up the ranks. My opinion, you got to go with the two players over the one dominant player. But what do you think? Do you think the Yankees should go after Josh Hader? Or do you think that getting Hector Neris and Wandy Peralta is the way to go? Let me know down below. Hit that sub button. Like the video if you enjoyed. I'm out of here. Take care and peace.